up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let everyone make. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Is atheism a religion? Well, offhand, I would have to say no, that atheism is not a religion. But I would also state that theism by itself is not a religion. If it's my opinion that there is a God, that's not a religion. Setting up a set of doctrines to follow this belief is a religion. But the same is being done by atheists all over the place, especially on YouTube. They are setting up a set of doctrines that they adhere to strictly, at least a lot of them, not all of them. Most of them are the high subscribers to people like Bionic Dance, Jacqueline Glenn, Cult of Dusty. People like these are saying, well, this is the way it is, and that's it. But Dr. Spike, you don't understand. You see, atheism is just a rejection of belief, or a lack of belief, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. Well, okay. Then how do you account for all this other stuff that's brought on? Because I was accused of having a hidden agenda in what I'm doing on my series of videos, I'm going to have a couple of atheists explain this to you.
I don't agree that a world without religion would necessarily be better, and to assume that it would is disregarding millennia of its historicity, which the skeptical heretic has already laid out quite plainly in video responses.
There are plenty of fucking ignorant atheists, aren't there?
It's also evident to me that humans have repeatedly demonstrated a knack for inventing reasons for wholesale persecution, slaughter, and torture without needing religion as a prerequisite.
We're not automatically going to be a better society without religion.
Religion doesn't make my life worse. Dogma makes my life worse. And dogma is not solely employed by religion or even theists.
I've wanted to talk about this subject for a while, and I've tried to record a couple videos about it, and they didn't turn out the way I wanted them. So basically, this is the last fucking time I'm doing it. And however it fucking comes out, it fucking comes out that way. I just want to fucking say my shit and just get it out there. So, anyway, a lot of people are going to know, and I think I mentioned this in a video before, that there is that whole atheist drama that's been going around. When I first started out, it was great to be on a format like this where basically, if you just looked, if you fucking looked, you could probably find a cool atheist, someone that you like their videos, you like their style, you like what they had to say. I mean, now, in all fairness, there were creationists who were like, kind of on the atheist side. Like, they said, like, okay, they have every fucking right to say what they're saying, and yeah, we may disagree, but I see where they're coming from. Very spontaneous, we were just doing it because we wanted to do it. It wasn't all about money and shit, which eventually that's what it became about, especially when you have people like the Amazing Atheist who, he just, I wouldn't say he's a complete sellout, but he sold out a little bit, but anyway. But, we started talking to each other, and we realized that a lot of us don't like each other. Now, this isn't something new. It seems like some people think that this is, like, a new fucking development, between atheists. Like, they're just people that are trying to start shit. I remember Cat Mossum took a lot of fucking shit, and this was before the whole, releasing Fake Sagan's, well, not Fake Sagan's, but, Ocean Avani, Fake Sagan's wife now, I guess, that sex tape that he and her had made. He did that video against Pat Condell. And at the time, Pat Condell was, like one of the darlings of the fucking atheist community, and people really liked him, and I think at the time I still even kind of liked him, but I was never a huge fan of his. And people gave him a lot of shit. Same with Tommy from the Bronx. He was saying that he didn't think Pat Condell was fucking funny, because Pat Condell calls himself a comedian, but it's like, his videos have never been funny. I maybe chuckled once or twice watching some of his videos, but other than that, I never thought he was funny. And then we started to realize, like, oh, fuck. We're not in this together, are we? No, we bitch about each other. We kind of don't fucking like each other. And that's the thing, like, now, it seems like it's becoming more and more of a fucking religion. That's what atheism is now, especially on YouTube, you know, and even in real life, which I'll talk about that too. But here on YouTube, it seems like we find someone that we like and we defend them with everything we fucking have, which I don't get. You know, because Coughlin will say shit I don't fucking agree with. Other people I like on here that are atheists as well, I don't always fucking agree with him. Iman Juno, I didn't always agree with him. I wish he'd make fucking videos again because I actually really liked his videos. Rith Randall, or his, as he's now known, Unseen Perfidy, Skeptical Heretic, many other fucking people. They've said shit that I don't agree with. Which is fine. If I don't agree with it, I'm not going to fucking sit there and defend it. Maybe I'll say, well, I think here's what he meant. I don't agree, but, you know, whatever. But no, we have people like Cult of Dusty, Pat Condell, The Amazing Atheist, all these fucking people that no matter what they do, even if it's fucking stupid as hell, their fans will defend them with their fucking dicks. And I don't understand that. It's like, no, if you don't fucking agree, you don't have to change your mind. If they make some good arguments and it's like, oh, that's a good point, I've never fucking thought of it, that's fucking fine. You know, but if it's just based on nothing. But you have certain people who, no matter what they do, you know, no matter what they do, their fans are going to fucking support them. And, you know, it just, the more you look at, like, some of the bigger channels, like, especially, like, the really big channels, the atheist channels, it seems like The Amazing Atheist, people are just subscribed to him. Like, now, I don't know, it doesn't seem like he, like, gets a whole lot of support. I think people just kind of watch him now because he's there. And I think it's kind of like how Christians just kind of watch Venom Thing X because it was on. You know, it's like, well, he made a video, I guess I should watch it. You know, no one really defends him like they used to, at least in my experience. I mean, but then again, I haven't really looked. But it seems like it's more Cult of Dusty, Live Life, and people like this. And, you know, Pat Condell, oh god, his fans are fucking rabid for some goddamn reason. But, you know, one thing about Cult of Dusty is this. You know, he did that fucking video where he was saying black Christians are Uncle Toms. Which, I'm going to have to bring up Coughlin on this because it just shows the fucking level of stupidity that that Cult of Dusty's fans have. So Cult of Dusty made that video, and he said that, you know, black Christians are Uncle Toms because, the Bible is the book that people justified, that they used to justify slavery. Now, a lot of people said, okay, that may have been true, but the abolitionist movement was religious. Even England, like, they were against slavery, but they were pretty fucking religious. So, you know, all these fucking points, and then Dusty actually said on Facebook, I think it was to the Peach, that it was clearly satire. Okay, it was satirical of how is this satirical at all? What was it a satire of? So yeah, that's how stupid Cult of Dusty's fanboys are. But then again, like I said, it's just like Thunderfoot's fucking fanboys, where no matter what happens, it's Coughlin's fault. See, this must be something Coughlin did. He was retweeting shit. He didn't fucking make the original tweet. Maybe he just thought it was funny, but he's retweeting it. It must be his fucking fault. You know, but then again, Thunderfoot blames a few fucking people. It was basically Coughlin, Shredder is Alive, or I forget his new fucking channel name, and Rith Randall, Rob. So, I mean, that's pretty much what he does. You know, it's never like a lot of people just fucking disagree with him, or maybe his fucking logic is flawed. No, it's just these people, they're just fucking haters. They don't like Thunderfoot for no good fucking reason. He's just trying to make science videos.
Dusty, you and the sycophants who think like you are really no better than the fundamentalists and zealots that you guys criticize. Oh, but wait. According to some of you guys, there are no moderate or liberal Christians because by not adhering to everything in the Bible, they're not true Christians. Bible literalism for the win, right? Also, I guess anyone who calls you guys on your bigoted bullshit must obviously be a theist, right? Because no atheist in their rational, logical, and critically thinking mind would ever stray from the party line that theists are all the same. You know, misinformed, brainwashed, and just totally evil, right? You people fucking disgust me. You are not critical thinkers. You are not enlightened. You are not rational. You're just a bunch of loudmouthed, ignorant, and arrogant blowhard cunts with no knowledge of history and culture or fucking anything. So stick to where you're better acquainted. You know, looking for the lowest hanging fruit of the theist community to have a fucking shouting match on how crazy they are and how much smarter than them you think you are. You and all the other movement atheists and ignorant anti-theists who think like you're so invested in this colorblind, unicorn, we are all Africans, mainstream bullshit that you adhere to this reductionist view of history that's more congruent with your ass-backwards worldview, while spitting in the face of those you claim to be allies with in the process.
It's true what they say, you should never underestimate the predictability of stupidity.
Let's do this.
Because what this video did was prove to everyone just how far you're willing to go, how much you're willing to lie to justify your position, no matter how wrong you actually are. And that's quite ironic, considering that on those 4 videos that you keep pumping out ad nauseum, one of them is accusing theists of doing just that. Now, the simple explanation for any Bionic Dance argument is this.
I said, I'm right, you're all wrong, these definitions don't fit.
I don't think Bionic Dance is like a horrible person or anything like that, and I don't think anyone's really preaching that. We just think that, well, I at least think that she's being a fucking hypocrite. You know, she's doing shit that religious people do, and then she bitches about them doing it. It was also talking about all babies are atheists a little bit, and I think they're both fine people. You know, I have nothing really against, you know, them as individuals. I disagree with some of the shit they say. The thing that does fuck me up about Bionic Dance is that, you know, she's into this movement atheism thing.
If we don't keep fighting against religion, what are we supposed to do? Just let it win? I do not agree.
Religion bad, atheist smash!
So some of us do see a reason to keep making these arguments, to keep making these videos. Because if we don't, the other side does win.
And it just gets to the point where all these fucking atheists, they just blindly follow. You know, supposedly they're fucking smarter and better than theists, you know, because they're intelligent, you know, they've gone beyond this bullshit. Which is not always the fucking case. And there's a good example I can bring up now. Crazy Pills 2 did a video, and he was basically arguing for secularism. And that's the way I am. You know, I don't really care about religion. As long as it's not going to be forced, you know, pushed on us, that's fine. You know, I don't fucking care about religion. And it seems like it is kind of going through, like, its death throes. You know, like, there are religious people who are trying to push this shit still, but it's not really sticking like they want it to. So, it's not really a fucking issue. So, yeah, religion used to be more important in fucking society, not so much anymore. Is it still kind of bad? Yeah, I mean, I get annoyed by it, you know, like, when they act like, you know, it's, pushing, I mean, it's like taking away the religious freedom if they can't have a fucking, nativity scene in front of the goddamn, town hall, but it's like, no, that's against what this fucking country stands for, okay? Don't try to wrap yourself in the fucking flag, and say it's going against your rights when that is going against other people's rights. But, you know, the atheists, they could be just as fucking irritating with their goddamn opinions, too. You know, we see that shit all the time. You know, Bionic Dance is fucking guilty of this, let's be honest. But I read a comment from a user, I believe by the name of Skywiz, and this user said, they don't want a secular society, they want an atheistic society. I'm like, okay, so things would be better. And I was a little drunk when I was making these comments, but I was basically calling them out, like, well, you're basically saying that fucking atheists are going to be somehow better. It's like, no, because, you know, they don't want to take away your rights. Bull fucking shit. And I'm tired of fucking hearing this shit. Like, it's only theists that want to fucking take your rights away. You know, it's only them. You know, one thing I always talk about, especially with politics, is, you know, taking rights away. You know, when they try to say people like me on the left want to take their fucking rights away, I'm like, well, the Patriot Act. And who was in support of the Patriot Act? An atheist, at least one that I can think of that you guys probably know, Karl Rove. He's a fucking atheist. Okay, so obviously this fucking atheist wanted to take your goddamn rights away. You know, and it's the same. And as soon as you fucking say that kind of shit, you open the door to people like Stalin and Pol Pot. You open the fucking door to them. Okay, you know why? Because they were fucking atheists. Now, I know it's been argued. Even Christopher Hitchens said, well, it was basically a religion, you know, with communism. You know, it was like a cult of personality. Who gives a fuck? It's still atheistic. That's the thing. It's like, why lump all theists together, but then you can't lump all atheists together? You know why? Because we're fucking different. And that's why an atheist society, nothing would be fucking different. Really, not much, if anything. You know, there might be a couple little varying things here and there, but not necessarily. Like, one thing Bionic Dan's always talks about is, you know, the gay thing, which I totally get why she talks about the gay issue so much, and it's because she's a lesbian. And obviously it doesn't affect me because I'm fucking straight, I'm married to a woman. She does not have that same fucking right. You know, she can't marry a woman that she loves, at least not in most areas. You know, so I get that. However, when you say shit like, well, the gays will probably be able to have that. Okay, that's assuming, number one, that all theists are against gay rights. They're not. There are quite a few who are fucking progressive as hell. You know, Abby Normal One, she's pretty fucking progressive. She's pretty liberal. She's a Christian. And also, number two, that suggests that all atheists are for gay rights. They're not. I've met fucking Christian homophobes, okay? It's fucking true. You know, it's not just religion. That's the fucking point. It's not just religion that says that. It's some people just, like, I've known atheists who said things like, it's disgusting, it's nasty. Like, Bill Maher, you know, he's for gay rights, but he said he thinks gay sex is disgusting. I don't see why. It's like, okay, if you're just not into it, don't do it. It's not disgusting if I see it. It's like, okay, I'm just not into that shit. Okay, there you go. But yeah, it's like, we're not automatically going to be a better society without religion. It would pretty much be the fucking same. You know, if you guys watch that movie, and I know it's just a fucking movie, but I think this is a good example. Invention of Lying. It's completely atheistic. You know, people, they can't lie, and the world's the same. People just can't lie. And then Ricky Gervais somehow is able to lie, and he makes up religion. Okay, yeah. It's pretty much probably going to be the same. You know, it's... You know, who really gives a fuck? Now, one point I always fucking hear, and even from atheists that I like I think Bogzer even made this fucking point, that theists have a book that they're supposed to follow. Atheists don't, which, that's not fucking true. Because, again, what they're doing is they're lumping all theists together, but if you do that, you have to lump all atheists together. I can think of 3 atheistic fucking books that tell people what the fuck to do. And a couple of them, they're not terrible. One of them is, the first one, the bad one, is The White Man's Bible. That is a book that the World Church of the Creator uses. It's a religion, it's atheistic, but basically their religion is white people are the fucking greatest. We're like the greatest thing nature has ever created. Okay, well that Bible is a fucking racist manifesto. That's all it is. That's telling people what to do. Oh, what, we can't use that? Oh, okay, I see. Because not all atheists are going to believe in racism. Well, obviously some of them fucking do, so there you go. The second book I can think of, atheistic, telling people what to do, the Satanic Bible. And for the people who did not watch my Satanism video, Satanism is atheistic, okay? There's no God, there's no deity, Satan is not an actual fucking being, he's a symbol, that's it. It's just purely symbolic. But, that's atheistic. Tells people how to fucking live their lives. Okay? And a third one, the Communist Manifesto. Communism is atheistic. Now, I guarantee you there are some fucking religious communists, but they weren't preaching religion at all. It was atheistic. So, there you go. Yeah, there are fucking books. And not only that, but it does piss me off that so many of these fucking atheists who try to use the Bible, like, oh, you're not a true Christian because you don't do this and this and this. Well, you're being a fucking literalist. And when Christians are fucking literalists about it, you attack them. But then when you're being a fucking literalist and they're not, then, oh, what, it's fucking different. But beyond that, the fact is, they act like the Bible is just full of bad shit. Like, that's all it is. Everything in the fucking Bible. There's not a single good fucking thing. Not a single good fucking point made in the fucking Bible or any religious text, which isn't the fucking case. Now, I know there are some bullshit in these religious books, you know, like hating gay people, stupid little shit like, you know, don't lie, don't steal. It's like, okay, well, fuck you. A few other things, but there are some good fucking messages in there. But yeah, it's us assuming that all theists, follow this shit word for fucking word. Instead of saying like, well, maybe they don't look at that as literal. A good example that I can think of is people thinking it's more symbolic and metaphorical is Lot's wife. You know, like God turned her into a pillar of salt for looking back at Sodom and Gomorrah. And people say, and I've heard Christians say, no, that was symbolic. It was supposed to be like, you know, only look forward. Don't look to the fucking past. Because that shit's done. So, yeah, it's like, they look at that as not literal, it's metaphorical. Okay, there you go. So yeah, just because they have a religious book does not mean that they think every single fucking thing it says is true or that we should do it. You know, and this is the thing that pisses me off. You know, and Cardinal Virtues has brought this up, and a few other people have too. You know, we want religion to be more moderate. Okay, and as soon as they are, we attack them. Well, not we. I'm not included in this. I used to be, but you know, the more I looked at it, the more I'm like, no, that's some bullshit. Okay, you know, especially considering the fact that I know quite a few Christians who are fantastic people. You know, just beautiful fucking people who, you know, they really do give a shit. They try to live, you know, Christ-like. You know, they want to be good people, and I think that's fucking great. But you know, it's bullshit that that's what a lot of atheists do. You know, they hate religion so much that I sometimes think that they wouldn't mind if a lot of religious people were fucking killed. And I'm not saying, like, I know that for a fact, but it fucking feels like, it's like, okay, if you want an atheistic fucking society, what should we do? How should we achieve that? Well, education, okay, yeah. There are plenty fucking educated theists. They happen to believe in God. I think it's bullshit. I think religion's fucking stupid, and it can be dangerous, but not necessarily. I mean, the human race is still fucking around. Obviously, we didn't just wipe everyone out. And yeah, I think religion, there's really no reason to have it, because you could be a good person without it. However, that's not up to me. You know, it's the same thing. Like atheists, you know, they also try to act as if theists want to just take, and I mentioned this earlier, but like taking their rights away, like abortion. And again, that's assuming that all religious people are against abortion and all atheists are for it. No, my brother, he's against abortion, okay? He is pro-life. Just straight up, he's against abortion. He's a fucking atheist. My wife, fucking atheist. She's pro-choice for other women, but not for her. She said if she ever got pregnant, well, we're having a fucking kid because she doesn't think it's right to kill basically something that we created. So that's fine. You know, that's the way they fucking think. But it's really fucking irritating when they try to hide behind this shit like, oh, see, atheists, an atheist society would be better. And then you bring up people like, fringe elements. I'll just bring up some fucking YouTube examples. Onision. Would you like these fuckers to have any kind of power? Do you think that they would not take your fucking rights away, or they wouldn't do fucked up shit? And that's one thing that fucking Sky was like, yes, atheists could be assholes, you know, because he was basically, you know, saying theists just fuck things up. And I called him on it. He was like, no, you're putting words in my mouth. No, you're basically saying that. You know, you want an atheist society because supposedly it's going to be better. We're not going to have hatred. We're not going to have a fucking book ruling over us, even though we don't have that fucking book ruling over us now. It's not the fucking Constitution. So, no, it's like, there are plenty of fucking atheist assholes. Why would you want the entire planet to be run by them? It's not going to be any fucking different. They're going to find some fucking bullshit reason, which this idiot did fucking address this, that, you know, a lot of times hatred is because of ignorance. Yeah. There are plenty of fucking ignorant atheists, aren't there? So there you go. Your fucking point has gone to shit. So, I mean, what is your point after that? Nothing. You have nothing after that. So, sorry kiddo, you fucked up. And for all the other fucking atheists who think that somehow the world's going to be a better place if we just didn't have religion, you're full of shit, okay? But whatever, this is Bad 5 and I'll see you guys next video.